you can always add more to a painting, but you need to realize that the painting's already been done.
Like, at what day and moment was I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Right.
I wish I could go back and kick that son of a bitch in the dick.
Whatever somebody's going through, like even the little things are things that like progressively get bigger. Like there's ways around it. There's ways to like go through it. There really is.
Everything has a consequence. Everything changes with every decision that you make.
This is me versus me.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, that was the point, man.
Very dramatic. I love it though. It's awesome.
I wanted to get you right in the feels, you know?
Oh yeah, no, it's good. It makes you think. It's like, damn, man, what the hell's going on? You
Yeah.
know?
Shit. Every decision has a consequence.
Right.
Fuck. What's going on, brother? How you been?
Not much, man. Just living life. Living the American dream of work. You know?
The American dream. I like that. I was thinking about that today, man, how it feels like, and I feel like as time went on for our elders, it was the same feeling. But as time goes on, man, it just feels like we're doing more work to live.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know how much. I don't know if it is harder these days than it was, or what the case is. But this is all we know.
I think as we also watch a lot of social media.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets in our head.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I know people that don't have social media and they're like, just it is what it is, you know. Just gotta work, you know. But
that's true.
You know, but right now we're in a perfect time where people can become millionaires by doing this. You know.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta keep on going through the grind, keep on going through the dirt, you know, and see what happens. Because there's some dumb people out there that become millionaires.
I mean, you're not wrong, man. I'm not going to talk trash about anybody specific, but being a content creator is like the dumbest smart thing you could do.
Yeah.
And that's so simple.
Yeah, exactly.
And those guys are just living fucking some kind of high life.
But the important thing is when you do become wealthy in that area,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever content you do, whatever employment that you do, whatever you're doing, you become wealthy, is you gotta learn how to manage your money, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, first thing people are like, well, I'm gonna go buy the new Ferrari, I'm gonna go buy this truck, I'm gonna go buy this car. I was like, bro, like, well, first, give yourself a salary, you know, something like that. So you want 2 years from now, we see you on freaking TMZ. You're out there on the streets.
It's on the streets, on the bus stop.
Yeah.
I heard some crazy shit about some of those guys, though. Some of those guys literally just take an opportunity to take pictures and videos with a car that never belong to them.
Oh, yeah. They
like, all that shit's just for clout.
Yeah, like in LA, that I've heard like a lot of these YouTubers or, influencers on TikTok or Instagram, they'll go rent a Ferrari and they'll go take 1,000 pictures of it, in different areas, and then they go return it back, and it's not even theirs.
With fucking prop money?
Literally. Yeah.
God damn. See, I mean, that's I think about that shit, and I'm like, that's cool and that's smart, but then where do you go after that? Do you just do it enough times to where online you look like a different person, and then you get so much content that you start getting paid for it?
It's pretty much you become you have an alter ego, pretty much,
Shit, I'd do it.
Yeah, during the day, you're freaking Clark Kent, and then when your freaking camera turns on, you're fucking Superman, on some aspect like that, But
they're smart. Like you said, all they gotta do is learn how to manage that money.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, like I said, you just have to find something that you want to do and see if you become wealthy at doing it,
Yeah.
Or if you're just tired where you're at, you just figure something out that you don't have to do a lot of work, but it's makes a lot of money. You just gotta see what's out there. Give it a try.
Yeah. Lately, I found myself kind of struggling in that rut again. Of sometimes you just have to kind of wade through the shit to get to the next step. And lately, I've been I've plateaued at some things for a while. Money stops progress sometimes, and it makes you feel like shit, when you've made progress for so long, and then you hit a spot where you got to kind of work through it, and you're tired because you don't want to work through it, and I'm kind of admittedly going through that shit.
I feel, I don't know if you're a big religious person or anything like that, but I feel sometimes, like for me, when I'm going through stuff like that, it's like God's like, all right, I want you. I know you're gonna become great, but I want you to also be humble. You know, so you're gonna go through some stuff, you know, to make you humble and make you be proud of, you know, what's coming for you. You know, like I see it in that way. You know, so
I like your outlook.
yeah, I see that, and I honestly, because I do see celebrities when they get all this money, you know, and boom, out of nowhere they waste it all. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like they weren't ready to get that wealth. You know,
And I do know a lot of guys speak about how the money humbles them and makes them realize that really wasn't the answer.
no.
And I hear it. Believe me, I hear it. That's one thing I definitely think I'm gonna have to figure out on my own.
Yeah, I mean, wealth. I mean, having money does bring you happiness, but brings you happiness on the stuff that you wanted as a kid or you wanted as an adult, right? So you able to afford the stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, honestly, if I had the wealth, and I'd be just hanging out with the family, you know, and
I can't speak for what I would ever want with wealth because that's not necessarily my goal.
yeah,
But my goal, however, is comfort
yeah.
to a certain level.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. It might have been you actually. Somebody was on recently. I need to fucking start writing shit down. Somebody was on recently and they said, "I don't want to be wealthy. I just want to be able to do what I want with my time."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, that's perfect."
Yeah, one another comfort thing is go to the grocery store and not worry about, you know, how much everything's gonna be, you know.
Yep.
And
that's another thing too, is just be able to. I don't want to eat outside of my means. I do want to put food in the house, and I do want to make sure that I can. All my shit's paid. I'll be happy.
have somebody cook all your food and you'll be good, you know. That's.
I'd love to hire a nutritionalist.
I was like, hey, you know, give me 30 containers for the week and I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
I could do really simple stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No. But as I said, wealth. I mean, definitely. I know some wealthy people, and you know, I know some where like spend all kinds of crazy money, and I know some other people where they're like, you look at them, you're like, oh, they're just a normal couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't have a lot of money, but in reality, they're pretty wealthy, and they have multiple properties and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they're very humble people, you know. So you can't really tell if they have the money that people think that they have. It's just because the way they dress, you know. So
That's true. That's true. I just thinking about it while you're saying. I mean, I guess I just don't know. I've always been kind of lucky in the sense that when I look at people, I don't see money. I don't see color. I don't see none of that bullshit. I see people for people.
Mm-hmm.
It's when people decide that they're better than me is when I decide that that's somebody I'm not going to associate with.
yeah, when they have a really big ego where they think like their shit don't smell, you know. And it's like, well, come on, you know, relax, you know.
And like I said, I'm kind of I feel lucky in the sense that I don't really acknowledge that stuff because I mean we're all at the core we're all the same. We all bleed.
Oh yeah.
And we all have the same feelings. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Y'all can get knocked out the same way anybody else can get knocked out.
Yeah.
but no, man, it's a crazy world right now. You know, like I said, there's so much shit going on in the world right now. But also, you know, there's a lot of good things happening too. You know, technology-wise, you know, there's all those kinds of cool things. You know, but it's just gotta take it day by day.
Yeah.
You know, if you take it day by day, you know, I know some people say, "Well, there's so much shit going on in the world. There's so much stuff going on in America." We control what you can control.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, you know.
And that's something else I was kind of thinking about when I was reading something about, you know, they're going to sabotage. They said something like Trump's administration is the only one in the history to ever hit the ground running the way that they did. And I was thinking about it while I was reading that, and I was thinking, like, they made so many changes, right? Apparently. And I say apparently for the simple fact of all these big changes and all these big bills, and I'm like, sure, it's dramatic and it's effective, but none of this shit, none of this drama affects me and my personal life on my day-to-day.
Yeah.
None of this stuff, when it comes down to it, is going to slap me in the face and say, you're not going to succeed anymore. And
It doesn't matter who's in office.
Yeah.
You still got to work your ass off.
All of that shit, I mean, yeah, it matters and it helps and it benefits people as a whole, but none of this bullshit is really going to stop you from doing your shit day to day.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I mean, that's good. It's weird. Maybe that's naive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow politics enough to know.
Yeah, I follow politics here and there. You know, I kind of see what's going on. You know, I want to see how many times Joe falls and how many times Trump's people tell him to f off and stuff like that. But it's just it's just funny, man. But like I said, doesn't matter who's in office. But I do think like the Congress Congress, right? That some of these people are like 100 years old. Like, what the hell are they doing in office?
Yeah.
Like
These career politicians
yeah,
that have been there forever.
How are they millionaires?
Yeah.
How the hell do a career politician, Nancy Pelosi, as an idea right there, as a person, how the hell is she worth like $200 million?
Right.
How? You know, how are these people? That lady, what's her name? What the hell's her name? From New York, that young congresswoman, AOC or AOL, whatever her damn name is.
Are you? I can't.
Cortez, Lisa Cortez, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? She's worth like $20 million. She's just been in office a couple of years.
Holy shit!
How is she worth that much money?
Oh, I should have gone into politics.
Right?
Would have been an easy track if I just lied a little bit.
But it's just so crazy, you know, like all these career politicians and they're like, oh, obey our laws, you know, but you're not obeying your own laws. Like,
right.
Like it's so stupid, man. Like,
I don't know, man. There's so many different directions that we could go with that. I probably shouldn't get into any of it because I don't know shit about it.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I just said the Anunnaki, the aliens that created us, just please come back and save us.
Come do some stuff, please.
Get rid of some of these people.
Yeah, we could use a clearing. I think we're about ready for it.
Yeah, I think we're getting close. I'm about.
That's funny.
But what's new with you, man?
I don't know if I talked to you about it the last time, but I switched jobs.
I think you were mentioning something about switching jobs.
Yeah.
And something was going on with you were doing before.
Yeah, I switched jobs. I work right around the corner. I'm at the Dodge dealership right around the corner now.
Oh, so you're very busy then.
Busy enough, funny guy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a big Dodge fan.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
I'm a Ford guy, so.
It's been a nice change. The work is still up and down. I think it's going to be up and down no matter where I go.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But it's been a really, really nice change to go in at fucking 7:30, and some days I get off at like 3:30 or 4 or 5. I feel like it's been a really, really much needed change in my life because I've been doing that. Excuse me. I was towing for so long that I just got so used to just my schedule being unhealthy, my job being unhealthy. Yeah, I think it was a much needed change for me, and I'm grateful for it. I think I don't really know what's going on, but I think my body is still saying thank you for that, and I think it's really, really wanting me to just tone it down for a bit,
Yeah.
and stop spreading myself so thin. So I've been probably taking it a little too much advantage of the time off. But it's so fucking nice, man.
No, I mean, how long are you doing the tow?
Dude, I did that shit for so many fucking years.
And your overnights, right? Like at nighttime?
I was for like 3 of them.
Oh shit.
And it was like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some guys have done that for 15 years and stuff.
Yeah, but you look at them, they look like they're dead.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And I'm just grateful to finally have a little bit of time for me, and for my son.
Yeah.
So there's lots of benefits that come with it.
That's awesome. So what time you get out? Like 4, you said?
Yeah, dude. I was home at fucking 4:10 today.
That's awesome.
And I literally drive my truck. I'm only on Bell Road for 2 minutes.
Oh, you're at the dealership at the Bill.
Right off.
Is it Bill Luke or Larry Miller?
Auto Nation.
Auto Nation. Okay, yeah.
Right next to the freeway.
Yeah. Okay.
So, it's dope, man.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
I'm
man.
fucking pretty excited. Once I get back into the groove of things, once I get my head right, I'll be able to do a lot more focusing on this stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Get your rest, man. Try to recover from all those years of doing that crazy stuff that you were doing in tow trucks. So
there's some other stuff going on around here that we can talk more about, but I'm not gonna bring it up on here.
Yeah, no worries.
But lots of changes being made. So thank you for asking.
No. Hey, man. Like I said, we kept in touch. I saw that you and Gio did that podcast.
Yeah.
So, that was awesome, man.
He's a fucking great guy to talk to.
Awesome dude, man.
I need to get out there and go be on his now.
Yeah, that's I'll say start driving tonight, and you get over there in the morning.
Is it far?
It's on what's that? It's like 340th Avenue. Yeah, for you, I mean, I think you just the best way for you is if you go Bell Road all the way to around White Tanks and get it that way. It's gonna be easier.
Shit, I gotta save up some gas money.
Yeah, I was like, when I drove out there, I was like, what the hell? Am I going to California? Because I mean, it passes the 85. The other
Oh shit, yeah.
You pass that. You're kind of close right there by the power plant.
Okay.
And that side of town. So.
God damn.
There's a lot of people that live out there, man.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy.
Well, when I was towing for the last company, I did a lot of shit out there.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot of
did
stuff.
a lot of shit.
But
out
his
there.
setup is awesome, man. You'll like his setup.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
He's his wife right there helping him out. He has everything set up and everything's really, really cool, man. I'm glad that you guys did the podcast together, man.
He was telling me he's like my wife keeps giving me shit. She's like, why don't you learn this shit?
Yeah, they had to set up. They had to make sure the lighting's perfect and all that. And I was like, damn, like.
This actually looks like a really decent set.
Yeah, it is. It's just one room like this, but like they have the couch right there where you're at, and then on this side they have the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to, do it over here, change up the scenery, it's actually really, really really cool how they did the setup.
Hell yeah!
It's just one bedroom, and back here in the behind the scenes is where they have all the computers and the cameras and the lighting and everything.
I love seeing all the different setups, man.
Yeah, there's so many different things. I mean, I've seen people do podcasts in garages, and like they have all the cool cars in the back, and that's pretty badass. Stuff like that.
I hold myself to such a standard because I see other people's sets, and I'm like, "Fuck, that looks dope."
Like I told you, bro, we all start somewhere. I mean, this setup is awesome, man. You have a table where like you just hang out and just talk and. Give you that, Joe, the Joe Rogan experience,
Yeah. It was I was admittedly getting a little bit tired of I'd go sit on the couch and like after my work, I'd fucking admittedly start getting a little bit fucking drowsy.
Yeah, you're like, oh damn, here we go, we're going to sleep.
That and it was kind of a joke in the beginning, but that room started turning into like more of a hangout.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool like in the beginning, but there was times where like shit was getting played with and like shit was getting knocked over, and I was like, all right.
Yeah. No, but no, this is a good setup, man. This is awesome.
I'm happier with this than I thought I was gonna be.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is definitely having a table and everything. It does change up the vibe, and it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
So, but no, this is great, man. I love it. I love it.
What's been going on with you? Nothing new?
With me, no, man. Just honestly, right now, concentrating on the life insurance, business, and I've been talking to a lot of professionals lately, a lot of real estate loan officers, business people, especially real estate agents, because a lot of them right now are not doing too well. Mm-hmm. But our company we offer the opportunity to anybody, and this is for anybody that's listening. If you're looking to make extra income and while you quitting your job or anything, it does require you to get a license with the state of Arizona and be part of our company, but you can become a referral agent, So
we had talked about that.
Yeah, and so I recruited a gentleman. I told you about him. His name is Ryan, the notary guy. Mm-hmm. That him and his mom have a notary business, and we're going to be referral partners. And I recruited 2 other real estate agents. So not every person that's looking for a house can connect with every real estate agent, so why not have a pool of real estate agents that were, hey, you know what, this is a good fit for you,
Mm-hmm.
You're get connected with this person. But anybody out there, if you have a business or don't have a business, but people or you want to make some extra cash, you're not afraid to talk to people, or you can say, you know what, why not get a license? I could become a referral agent, and then I can just whatever person that is looking for life insurance, I can call Jose. Jose, hey, I got this person that's looking for so-and-so. Okay, give me their information. I call them. I do all the work for you. And I literally just say, hey, I'll call you and let you know, hey, you're getting paid on this day and this is what they bought. And so you can look in your account when it gets approved.
Dope.
Literally like that,
Dope.
And it's, you do have to get licensed. You do have to get, approved with the state. And, if you don't have any misdemeanors, any felonies, you're good.
Right. Just pay the fine and move on.
Just pay the fine, you get enrolled with their company.
I shouldn't say fine, that's a bad thing. Pay the enrollment fee.
The enrollment fee. and it's you know, you get software with the company, you're able to track your business whenever you want to see what's going on. And the cool thing is you learn how to manage money in a way where you never learned how to do that before, you know, with life insurance, you know. So
That's super helpful too, because that's something that we weren't really nobody emphasized that growing up, like in high school or anything like that.
And the reason why is because they want to make us into labor workers.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna say
We literally, if you would have been there on a training on Saturday, we had a special guest come from California. This dude's like, he said some stuff where like, damn, like, okay, well, this guy's been in. I mean, how cool is that this gentleman, he makes about $600,000 a year. $500,000 of that is passive income, where he recruited people and now he's growing his business. He just hangs out with his family and he gets just passive income from the team that he built. Yeah. And all he's doing is just training people, you know?
It's amazing, man.
Like, there is, people think that that's fake. No, it's not fake. It's real. Like, it's real. Like, yeah, like residuals. Like, I've been paid on policies that I sold 2 years ago. Right. You know, whereas like maybe it's $5, you know, but shit, $5 here, $5 there. Imagine having 20, 30,000 clients that you get paid $5 every month.
I was just gonna say, you put $5 in a fucking in a jar somewhere. You put $5 in a jar every week.
Yeah.
It might just be $10 next week, but in next year.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is one of the biggest things too right now. And this might, you might know somebody or you might have something, but there is about, I think it was like I don't know how many billions of 401ks out there right now that people don't know that they have, or they forgot about it. That if they know where it is, they can roll that money over into it's called an annuity. It's pretty much insurance on your money. Yeah. You can roll that over and your money continues growing. Like,
I was thinking about that the other day, because there's been so many jobs that I've had that I've left where I was paying into a 401k and then it's just
like that money. If you still have money in that and you have everything together,
there's resources to find those and to cash out.
If you know who you were working before, like if you know the companies, you can just call the companies and ask them, hey, who company was handling my 401k? And they usually just HR. You call them and let them know.
Yeah, I was thinking about looking into that because, man,
do it.
I bet there's some money just sitting there for me, and that's fine if it's gonna get rolled into it or if I can cash out on it.
Yeah. So how an annuity works is it's pretty much like, think of a house. Yeah. Has a foundation and has a roof. If the market crashes, let's say you have $100,000, okay? And some companies right now are giving bonuses. So if you put $100,000 into an annuity, some companies are giving up to $5,000-$10,000 bonus into your account by you adding that money into it. Okay, so it has the foundation and the roof. So meaning, if the market is doing well, and let's say the market, the annuities hit at a 10%. Okay, you hit 10% of what's it called, interest. So your money's growing, right? So, but if it passes more than that, it stays at 10%. Right. So if it passes to that, the company gets the rest, and that's okay because this is why. Okay, explain to you right now. But if the market crashes, if you were at $120,000 when your money increased, your money stays at $120,000. It doesn't go down. Okay, so meaning is that your money goes from 100, let's say 100, and then that bonus 110,000, and then it increases over time to 120,000. Now your money stays there. So if the market crashes, it doesn't go down from there. So your money's protected, okay? So now that money down the road, when you become elderly and you want to retire, now let's say 30 years from now, you have $500,000 that you accumulate over time. Right. Now that money, you can use it as a retirement, meaning that you can pay yourself on a yearly, annual base.
You can set it up like a paycheck.
Yeah, like a paycheck.
Yeah.
Every year you get $60,000 into you pass away. But if usually I think they give you like a 20-year, 25-year, time frame, like for that money to run out. But if you surpass that time, remember that other 4%, like I told you, like, oh, you were capped at 10%, but that interest went up to 14%. Well, the company uses that extra 4% to pay you out until you pass away.
See, you know how many people probably don't know about that shit?
Yeah, Roth IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, like for teachers. If they have retirement plans, they left being a teacher. You can roll that money over, guys. Like there's so many opportunities out there through life insurance that you can roll over money. And that's a very important thing right now, especially. How many people jump job to job to job to job?
There's a lot of people
every
doing
2 to
it.
3 years, you were building 401k, building 401k, building 401k.
Yep.
Why not check and see if you have 10, even if it's $10,000, you can roll that over still and still have, and it's not gonna, like say, grow to $500,000, but if your money, if it goes from 10,000 to in 10 years goes to 20,000 and it goes to 30,000, you have something else on the side.
And I think there's even websites that you can go to that'll just literally, you might have to pay something, but there's websites that can just scan and see.
Yeah, I think there is something out there. I think there was something called it's called Hot Dog or something like that. There was something like a website.
There is a website that can check and see if there's anything out there.
Yeah, so there's so much stuff out there that people don't know about. I'm learning on a daily basis on new stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Like it's like even people that have ITIN numbers. ITIN numbers is a tax ID number where somebody that's working on their legal status here in the United States, if they have an ITIN number, they can get life insurance. They can do their taxes. So a lot of people think like, oh, well, immigrants don't pay taxes. A lot of them have ITIN numbers and they pay taxes to the ITIN number. It's a way for the IRS to find out, who they are and everything, but they're working on their legal status so they can still be part of the system, So, but if they have an ITIN number, they can get insurance. They can get life insurance. They can build their own retirement plan, So there's so much information out there that people don't know, So it's
so
crazy.
bizarre.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah, it's another thing I was kind of thinking about today was just how much there's so much available options for just different directions that you can take your own life. Whoa, not take your life. There's so many different directions that you can take your life.
Yeah,
that sentence is important. I was like, whoa, shit. But without having a knowledge or a foot in the door or just a direction, you're just kind of like dead in the water.
Yeah, if you're I'm not trying to pitch you to come work with me or anything, but we all been looking for a mentor, right? We always wanted to have a mentor. I always wanted a mentor, okay?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to spend $10,000 or $5,000 or $2,000. I didn't have that extra cash. Even if I did, I wasn't gonna spend it because of course I always like to have like a little safety bag. But in our company, we have people that are making 6 figures, and they're teaching you how to do that. And if you follow the system, my CEO, his name is Patrick Bet David. Okay, you guys look that name up. He's really popular right now.
We've talked about him quite a bit.
He's been actually he just took a picture with Trump because he was in the UFC fights in Miami. Ooh. and Dana White knows who he is. Like he's a name. No BS. In the next couple of years, he's going to be the next billionaire. I 100% believe in this man that he's going to be a billionaire. Okay, he created our agency, PHP agency. He created it. Okay, from the ground up, and then recently last year he sold it. I joined the company because of that man, because I know what type of person he was. Like what type of person he is. Like he's so much power and talking. It's like, why not join a person like that? So, and my broker, he's been mentored by him directly, okay? So, all that knowledge that CEO, Patrick, is giving to my broker, he brings that back to us in the office and teaches us, hey, guys, if you guys do this, and that, you can make $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month. But of course, it's not easy. You have to go through the trenches like anything to get to where you want to be at. That's where I'm at right now. I'm going through the trenches. I'm talking to people. I'm shaking hands, getting my name out there. That's why I love doing these podcasts, because I'm going out there talking to people and getting my name out there. But if you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for guidance, you don't know what you're doing in your life, you want a purpose, you want to serve your community, send me a message. I can just invite you to our office. It's in Central Phoenix. Invite you to the office and show you what we do for the community. If you like it, awesome. If you don't, awesome. You learn some knowledge. You learn something new out there. But it doesn't hurt to try to come and check out what it could change your life.
This is one thing I'm admittedly kind of bad about. Teaching moments. Some days I just don't want to fucking hear it. and I do it at work too. But I encourage anybody, you know, if an opportunity presents itself for you to learn a little something, just don't be so shut down to the idea, you know. And I'm swallowing my pride saying that.
You're gonna go to my office and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Because how cool is if you can start a business where you have a mentor, you have people who are gonna believe in you, even though when you don't believe in yourself, you're gonna have strangers believing in you. I've literally had days where I was like, damn, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. But I talk to somebody, it's like, hey man, go talk to somebody. Go send a message. Go talk to somebody. We see something in you, you know? I've never had that, you know? And to have strangers that I've met all over the country. I met people in Dallas, in Florida, in California. That I don't even know who these people are, but they're like, hey man, don't quit. Continue. Go one more day. Go one more day. Like, I was like, damn, like, what the hell? Like, you get that experience, you know? And you have people that are making high six figures, mid six figures, telling you, hey, I was in your shoes. Don't stop. How cool is that? And the best part is that you can start a business without spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of overhead and, you know, brick and mortar businesses and like that. Like, if somebody wanted to start a franchise in McDonald's, you're literally spending $2 million, $3 million to open up a franchise.
Right.
Here with us is less than $500.
Yeah.
You know? So, but then you have the guidance of people that have been in the industry. Like my broker's been in the industry for 19 years, you know? And he's been in corporate America. Now he's with, you know, a marketing company like ours. Like, we have the training. Like, we have unlimited sources of training. You know?
Yeah.
And I will say this on here that, you know, our office will be the biggest life insurance office in Arizona. And because right now we're going from 5,000 square feet office to 10,000.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, we're bringing the heat, you know. So we teamed up with another sister office in Tempe. They're coming together with us, and we're right now they're knocking down majority of the walls, and then they're already built half the offices already. So right now we think we got like 10 offices. We're gonna go to 24 offices in total.
God damn.
Yeah, like we're not playing, man. Like, we're not playing. It's like let's go, you know. And so we know the products that we have and the companies that have. One company 175 years old, another one 150, 120, 100 years old. The average company that we have is over 100 years old, you know. So how cool is that? You have multiple companies that you can do business with, and you have the guidance from not just the companies but the people that are backing up, you know, everything, you know. And the company that owns PHP Agency is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Now, I want to try to go back.
Yeah.
How often, this is not meant to be as asshole of a question as it is.
Go for it.
But how often does the original train of thought like reoccur? Like the whole reasons, the things that you went through growing up, and some of the jobs that you've had, and the experiences you've had along the way, everything that we talked about in the beginning. Does that stuff like actively stick with you? Is like as the driving force? Have you moved forward from that, or
meaning like
just all the different reasons, all the different origin stories that you have for wanting people to have this backing when people pass away?
Yes. So
all the dramatic stories that you told me, you know, and watching people have nothing, and yeah.
I've seen, you know, of course. So one of my biggest careers I ever had was as a caregiver.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, as a caregiver, I saw a lot of things where your average person would think like, "What the hell?" You know, like this is messed up. I've literally seen grown men, literally butt naked, and because they're not okay in the head, screaming at you that he's gonna kill himself, and if you touch him, he's gonna kill you too, and you're trying to help him not hurt himself, so you have to restrain him, you know. And he's screaming at you and telling you to rape him. Like, you hear shit like that where like, damn, like, and you're trying to help this person, you know. And that's the whole, like, you know, that's probably, he went through some really traumatic brain stuff when he was a kid. But outside of that, and also too, seeing people losing everything because they fall and hit their head, and they don't have now they have to rely on the state to control their medical well-being, because they don't have the funds for a private doctor or a private nurse to come to their house and take care of them.
Right.
You know, a lot of these guys that I work with, and I've seen people outside of that world, outside of the group homes, where what happens, and this is something I want to tell you, what happens if you get injured at work? What would happen to you? And you know, does the company is going to give you like short-term disability, you know, for a couple months, right?
Yeah, the long-term end of this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Life as I know it is over.
So what if I told you that by you having an insurance policy, that if something like that would happen to you, that your company covers you only a certain much, but you say you have a $500,000 life insurance policy and you get hurt really severe, and let's say you have to learn how to walk again because a car fell on you because you were on a lift and it fell on you. Now you have to learn how to walk again. Okay. Your medical insurance is gonna probably cover 50 to 60%. And after that, short-term disability is going to cover another percentage. And then after, because you can't work for so long, the company's going to let you go. Okay. What if you have an insurance policy that can be activated once, let's say your family comes in contact with me, I call the insurance carrier and say, hey, this is what's going on with my client Sage. Can you see what we can do for him? And they come back and tell me, okay, we can activate his insurance policy to activate the living benefit, so he can get money to pay whatever he needs to pay off. So out of those $500,000, you get 85% of your policy to cover whatever medical needs that you need. So now you don't have to worry about working for a couple of years because you have this fund that's coming in. You know, so reason why all my jobs in the past, I've worked in automotive fields, I worked in, you know, caregiving, I worked in warehouses. I see the dangers that we are out there as men, and then also women out there, that we don't have enough coverage when it comes down to taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know? So if you know in back of your head, hey, you know what? I have a policy that has living benefits. And that's something that I even touch a lot, is you can touch that insurance money once something severe has happened to you, or you go into a coma, you have a stroke, a heart attack. I wish our mutual friend that we had, Robert, that he had something, because if he had something with me, you know, before that happened to him, he could have had something that you know help him with his bills and stuff like that. You know, so
Definitely,
you know, something like that would have helped him out a lot. You know, and I had plenty of friends too that because they know everything, they don't want to. I don't want to talk to Jose because he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've been in already 3 years, and I've been reading and talking to people and seeing so many things. But how awesome is that if you can have a policy that can cover all your medical expenses when you need it, you know?
Yeah, it's something. It's something I don't think a lot of people think about. I don't know. Like I said in the very beginning, man, it's just such a. It's just such a weird situation to be placed with.
And trust me, I don't want to be that person. I want to be that person that in case something does happen to that one client of mine, says that I show up to the house, to the family, and saying, hey, you know what? Here's a check from your loved one that left you in case something happens to that person. You know, instead of you worrying about doing a car wash, GoFundMe, selling food, selling whatever to make that the expenses for the funeral, your loved one, he contacted me. He wanted an insurance policy, but here's a check for $400,000 or $500,000 that can help you grieve and pay whatever you need to pay off. You don't have to worry about anything or losing anything.
Yeah.
You know? And that's and nobody wants to talk about it.
I think the only reason that I'm like, I can kind of grasp the concept. Simply, I'm gonna use this because I'm a mechanic. I have to buy. There's tools that I have to buy that I'll use twice in my life. Fucking, I'll spend money and time trying to track down a tool that I'll use once or twice in my life. So I get buying or having a tool that you're only going to see once. I get that that's sometimes a part of life. That's sometimes what you got to do to move on, to be successful, blah, blah, blah. I don't think a lot of most people aren't proposed with that issue.
Yeah.
You know, so really gripping that situation, even at the smallest degree, is just, it's hard for somebody to think about, well, I don't fucking need life insurance. Nothing's going to happen to me, you know? And I'm like, well, let's see. You just don't fucking know that.
Yeah. You could be driving and you just mind your own business at a stoplight.
Dude, you just
and
don't
somebody
know.
just takes a red light and takes you out.
And it sucks that in a lot of circumstances, most people are okay with taking that chance.
Yeah.
And I say, you can use that widely, you know? I mean, the same thing with car insurance.
Yeah.
Most people take the chance of not doing that either. And that's just as easily going to be your life or somebody else's.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a situation you put yourself in. I don't think most people know the gravity of that one either.
Yeah.
So,
See it this way. Rich people put insurance on everything.
mm-hmm.
Put insurance on their cars, houses, boats, jet skis, dogs, goldfish, cats. They put insurance on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something. What if, let's say you buy a house. Let's say you buy a $500,000 house. You get $1 million of coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You pass away. You know, knock on wood. You pass away. Now, your house is paid off because you had the coverage for the house. Now you leave your family with an extra $500,000. How do you think wealthy people become wealthy? Is because they know how to do the system. So if they're going to buy a $500,000 house, they're going to get additional coverage on themselves to cover that expense when something really bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's say nothing happens. Okay, cool. But you had something there just to be the backup if something does happen.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, you know, the other people say, oh, well, you know, my house is paid off. Awesome. How much is your house worth? You know, what if you want to use that? Let's say your house is worth $300,000. You take out $300,000. You invest that in buying multiple properties. Now you take yourself a loan, not a loan, but you put another policy on yourself for, let's say, $500,000. Something happens to you, the house that loan you took out on that house it gets paid off.
Yep.
And then you have money for whatever. But now you're building generational wealth because you're able to leverage and, you know, kind of see different. And there's so many ways you can use life insurance because sometimes people, you don't think about it. It's like, well, you know, I don't really need it. My house is paid off. Well, yeah, that's even better because now if you want to increase your wealth, you want to probably take out maybe a small loan out of that property and buy a house here and then continue.
Yeah.
That's something I want to do, you know. A lot of people don't think of it that way. But then there's also products where you can control your own, you know, own investments. You can put money into them aggressively to grow cash value, and you can take out a loan. There's so many different things, you know. But the most important thing is make sure you have something, you know, even if it's a small $100,000 term policy for 20 years or 30 years. Have something to say as a safety net in case something does happen. You don't have to worry about, you know, depleting your funds. Because if you look at it this, okay, everybody works, okay? Everybody has a job. So we put our money in the bank, okay? When we have enough money, what do we usually do? We usually put in investments. You know, we have a 401k, right? The third thing is that we buy real estate. Average person, you know.
It's a popular one.
You know, it's a popular one. You know, people buy a house and everything. You know. Okay, so 70% of people are gonna go through a chronic illness. Somebody's gonna get sick. You know, when you know.
Statistically?
Yeah. So
Really?
60 to 70%. Somebody's gonna have a chronic illness, meaning diabetes, you know, heart condition, stuff like that.
It's a
You
shitty
kind of see it if
statistic.
you go to Fry's, you kind of see it. Not everybody's there is healthy, you know. I hate to say
Okay,
it.
all right,
but
all right,
you,
fair
you
enough.
Know, you see the big picture, right? You go
Yeah.
to McDonald's and you definitely you see it there too.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get sick? Well, usually it's gonna be the first thing that's gone, your savings, right, in the bank. Second, what's the second thing that's gonna go? Your investments, right? Your 401k. You're gonna take money out to pay off whatever medical bills you have. Okay. Third thing, what's the last thing that's on that list? It's real estate. So you have to take a loan out of your house,
Oh, the second the mortgage and shit like that.
mortgage, and
Yeah.
all that. But what if you have a life insurance policy that covers all that? Nobody thinks about that. Oh, but you know what? My job has me taken care of. Oh, yeah, you think that $50,000 is going to help you, whatever medical issues that you have?
No.
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 And I'm saying it, I'm not saying it in a rude way. I'm saying it, people need to realize you got to make sure you have everything covered.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many instances where people don't read the fine print
No.
and they don't understand really what they're getting themselves into. And yeah. some places of work do have your ass covered front to back, but
like even like homeowners, make sure you have a trust. Make sure you have a beneficiary on that trust. Make sure you're in your bank accounts. You have beneficiaries in case something happens to you. Your beneficiary is able to access that money. Now make sure your cars have a beneficiary. So if something does happen, your loved ones can get those cars. You know, and once you pass away, the government's gonna want to take whatever they can from you.
Yep.
And then that's when we talk about probate. You know, your real estate going into probate and all this stuff. And now, you know, I've talked to people that I've experienced, clients go through probate and where they have to wait a year, 2 years to get their house, their loved one's house, because they owe so much money to a certain bank or credit union or something. Now they have to wait because the government's trying to take their piece.
Well, in the meantime, you know what's happening in that waiting period, right? That there's bills adding up.
They're adding up.
The mortgage company, the mortgage company doesn't stop. The taxes don't stop. I don't. That's a lot of that comes always down to what people don't realize is, while you're sitting here waiting because you have to wait.
Yeah.
All these things, whether you like them or not, are all gonna fucking add up. If that car was towed for whatever reason and it's sitting somewhere because you can't get to it, that bill's adding up.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, those bills add up, and then you're waiting for to get that house back because you want to rent it out, and so you can get some income out of that. It could be 2-3 years because it went to probate, And people don't know about probate. They think like, oh well, if my parent passes away, they're gonna give me the house right away. No, it doesn't work like that.
Everything has to go through a due process.
A due process, have to go through step by step, and people don't know that. So. And, I'm not in real estate, but I do talk to a lot of real estate agents, and I talk to people that do trusts and wills, and that's just a whole nother world where people don't know about, you know? So me getting connected with different people, different industries, that's why I'm getting so passionate about it, is because I see what happens when people are not covered. I did the caregiving thing for so long where I see people in their 30s mentally handicapped, they have to let the state take over their medical, issues and stuff like that. And you don't want the state to take over your stuff because they just kind of throw you in there and let you be.
Oh, they literally fucking throw you in. It's crazy to think about. If you were to be put in that position without having policy coverage, we'll say like you've been referencing to like a $500,000 policy. Mm-hmm. You get thrown in the mix. Just you, my mom's going to sign the house over to me right away when she passes, blah, blah, blah. You think everything's going to be fine right away. So a year and a half goes by because everything's got to go through its paperwork. Everything's got to go through its process. Now you got a year and a half's worth of bills to deal with after your mom's passing because, everything went through its processes. Now everything's finally being released to you. But that year and a half worth of bills, so now you're talking about 15, 20 grand worth of bills. That is going to change your life fucking upside down. Mm-hmm. 20 grand to the average person is going to destroy you. Yeah. However, when you talk about 20 grand on a $500,000 policy, it's a fraction.
Yeah.
That's going to make your life 30 fucking times easier.
Now, let's say those $500,000, you pay off those $20,000. Now you have, $480,000 or $470,000 left over. Well, I have all this money. What am I going to do with it? That's when we come back over and talk to you. Hey,
don't think about it that way.
Don't spend that money quick like that.
Don't do that.
Get half or majority of it and put it somewhere where it's gonna grow. That's where we come in with the annuities. If you put that money in this type of retirement account, it's gonna grow over time. Mm-hmm. You let it grow. You let it grow. You let it grow. Get some money. Do whatever you have to do.
Well, you gotta get a hold of that leash quick. Because that money will go fast.
Yes, it will. It will go by really, really, really quick. Sometimes people they don't think it's like, oh, I got money,
Going on vacation.
It's like, and it is tax free, okay? When you get that check, from the life insurance, it is tax free.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean because it's tax free, you're gonna want to go spend it all.
Yeah, just slow down.
Put some money on the side and use that money to whatever, go crazy, go to Vegas one weekend.
It was there to support you for the rest of your life, not for you to go on vacation. Just
learn about money, learn how you can invest it, learn how you can put it in different spots where it's gonna grow for you, and it's gonna make you wealthy in the long run. Not just because your family passed away, you become wealthy, but it's the last I love you to your family.
Well, that times 2 for your life, you can turn around and make that times 2 a times 4. For the people next
generation.
Yeah. And it's pretty fucking simple.
Yeah, literally.
As long as you're a little bit smart about it.
Yeah, and if you have questions, please don't hesitate to to ask, reach out to me. I'm pretty active on social media. I don't mind helping people out, to put them in the right direction. Even if you don't get a policy with me, that's fine. If you say, hey, I want to go with, Jake from State Farm, I'll tell you right now, we'll definitely beat their rates. But,
little tidbit.
but just want to make sure you have something. If you want knowledge or you want some more information, definitely message me. You can message Sage, or you can message me on Instagram. It's Jose Casas _AZ, and I'm always on Instagram and just over there, just looking to see what I can find. But yeah, man, it's very important, Like I said, I've been doing that. I just concentrating on that, talking to people. Like I said, people are looking for opportunities to make extra money right now, and we have the opportunity, And like I said, if you want to make $1,000 a month, we'll show you how to do that. If you want to make more, and I'm gonna personally put you in front of my mentors. My mentors are the ones that are gonna do all the work. I just go back out there and talk to people, and put you in front of people, and you're gonna have people there in the office. They're gonna support you whenever needs that you need, and we have people that help you get licensed. We have people that help you, study, whatever you need to help with. We have it covered.
Oh yeah. Well, so if you have a little bit extra time and you want to make a bunch of extra money, come learn how to be a broker, and come learn how to get people to make the right choices with their life insurance.
Yeah.
He can teach you anything you need to know, and he can get you in the right line of people who know even more than he does. So do not hesitate. And like he said, Jose Casas _AZ on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah.
And the email for us is meversusmeinfo@gmail.com. Or anywhere you're listening to this, you can leave a comment, drop a question, drop a line anywhere. On the Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, anywhere you're watching, reading, listening. I don't know what you're doing. But I appreciate you coming back in, man.
Nah, thank you for the invite, man. This is awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I'm looking forward to having you again.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully soon, once we get everything set up, maybe we can get you and Gio at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome.
See if I can get my money right here real quick.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let's do it, man. I'm always down.
Fuck yeah. But until next time, my friend, and peace out, everybody.